Everyone is built differently, and therefore everybody moves differently. For me, it's always a question of how can I be of maximum service to this individual, whether it's an athlete looking to increase their athletic performance, or if it's a client who just wants to regain their mobility so that they don't have back pain, so that they can turn around when they're backing their car out of the driveway, so that they can just move better and feel better. To me, there is not one right way to move. And so that's why I use a combination of trainings and techniques when I'm working with clients and athletes, whether that's different styles of yoga, incorporating exercises found in Pilates, working with functional movement. And then for athletes, I enjoy doing sport-specific training. So whether you are a runner, a baseball player, a tennis player, a dancer, whatever it may be, there is sport-specific training that looks at the biomechanics of that particular sport and how the body best functions as you're performing the movements of whatever that activity is. When it comes to working with athletes of certain sports, I like to take it a step further. For instance, if a baseball team comes to me and they say, hey, we would like for you to help us increase mobility, maybe some core strength and balance, that's great, but let's take it a little bit further and say, well, what does a pitcher need as opposed to what a catcher needs? So while there are these universal movement patterns that are beneficial for the entire team, I like to take each individual athlete and work with them in a way that is specific to their body structure, to their movement patterns in that sport, to looking at what injuries they may be dealing with or that they may have contended with in the past and taking that all into consideration. It is not about being the most flexible person in the room or even being able to perform a pose or perform an exercise the way that you think it should look. It's about listening to your body, honoring what your body needs, and working with how your body is structured, which to me emphasizes the point that it's more about what you're learning in the process as opposed to what the end result is. I specialize in working with golfers, and this involves movements that are geared specifically toward the biomechanics of the golf swing. We're talking exercises that help generate greater club head speed, distance, power, addressing common injuries found in golfers, and also addressing common swing flaws. All of this leads to finding freedom through movement and rediscovering the enjoyment of the game.